How is everybody doing? This is Mr. Hardcore Mode where nothing's easy. Warriors and witches, how y'all doing? And God bless. Ooh, Ravenclaw? I'll go ahead and switch it up. No, actually, I just got a notification that the Lord of the Rings music is actually okay. Let's try a different one though. Middle Earth ambience, maybe. That's it. That's good. It is good to see all of you. We have a bit of news. I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late. I was just chilling. I was just laying back, finally getting some actual Z's. I apologize for my Resident Evil playthrough, just getting dumped right at the end there. But yeah, my computer just turned off. And also, I couldn't actually stream. Like, I couldn't stream with you guys because it was lightning, you know, it was a thunderstorm. So I was like, I'm not gonna do a whole stream and then it gets cut off, so. And this house is really susceptible to getting, you know, its power down, so I didn't want to go through that. I keep on trying to touch my glasses and they're not even there. That's a... Yeah, I gotta go get some new glasses. That's gonna cost a pretty penny. I can't do it right now. Yeah. Yep, that's what I get. This is what I get for not taking better care of them. But it happens. Everybody goes through them. I saw one guy, he had some really nice glasses, but he took his nice glasses to an amusement park. And if you don't put away your glasses at an amusement park, there's a good chance you could lose them. You could leave it on a seat. You could be on a water ride or not on a water ride. Have the giant log come down and spray water on everybody, including yourself. And then you could literally just lose your glasses. That happened to me once. I think that was like 7 years ago, where I was waiting for the water to splash me, and then I just realized, oh crap, where's my glasses? Those are long gone. But now, do you see what happens? See what happens when, now that I don't have my glasses, I can see my forehead, bro. I'm gonna play the music, bro. I need to make a sound for it, but look at my forehead. Look at it. Look at it. Jesus. Forehead's big. Damn. The biggest forehead in all Middle Earth. Cast that forehead into the abyss! Flame of Udun! I need to read Lord of the Rings. I think I should have a... I think that's what I want to do. I want to have a reading moment. Play some Lord of the Rings. Actual, like, Lord of the Rings books. Shop for Lord of the Rings. I mean, yes, I do want the movie, but I want not the Hobbit. Stop. Oh man, they're pretty cheap. What's his name? Todd Howard. Tom Hardy. Yeah. I know my name. Shut up. Let's see which one. I gotta be very careful, because sometimes you'll walk into like one of the books as like some fan sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a fan will be like, well, this is how I would interpret it. I don't want that shit. I want the actual books, and I think I found... What the fuck? Here 11. Lord of the Rings playing card? Aw, man. I thought it was a nice cover, but no. No. Yeah, I think I found it. A coloring book? I want that. Sign me up. Yo, the 3 film collection for only $9? Okay. Okay. Alright. I'll leave it right here. I gotta make sure... I gotta triple check to make sure that... I'll leave that right there for now, but I'll triple check it to make sure it's the thing, and then when I buy it, we'll set up a... we'll set up a moment where we'll have a reading party, and you guys can just chill, and I'll just, you know, voice act all the characters and shit. And I do want to work on my voice acting, and I think Lord of the Rings is a perfect parameter for trying voice acting. More Dragon Age drama. Also, you got contacts now. Nice. You look good, man. I do. I broke my glasses. I do not have contacts. My forehead, bro. Okay, let's get to a topic. Yo, what's up, party? No glasses. Eyes look like Millhouse. I'm having a fight with myself. I'm over here like, in my half of my brain is like laughing, the other part of my brain is just like, oh my gosh, I see it. And the other part of my brain is just like, I should fucking ban you. I should fucking ban you. But I won't. I won't. God, man. Ah. Yeah. MTG went into Lord of the Rings and Wizard of the Coast has killed their game from it. The One Ring card is still breaking formats. That's the thing, though. Wizard of the Coast is like I'm pretty sure people are not going out there to get those Lord of the Rings card. Not by a large margin. I think a lot of people are going like, yeah, this is not even Magic the Gathering. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's just not Magic the Gathering. Like, I've seen a Spider-Man Magic the Gathering card. I've seen a Final Fantasy card that's Magic the Gathering. I think I saw socks. I think I saw socks as a Magic the Gathering card. Let me go look that up. No, I'm not. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to do that. You don't have a backup pair? I broke those too. I've been listening to the Lord of the Rings while at work. I'm loving it. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Let's lower it. Let's start this, baby. Let's go. Make sure to raise this so everybody can see my... Well, hold on. I got a better idea. There we go. All right. It's a little bit better, but that's my attempt. I'm just kidding. Your eyes look normal. Yeah, Woodpit. You're fine. It's over. The damage is done. The damage is done. Woodpit, by the way, if you ever do something like that, you gotta own up to it. You can't just say sorry later on. It just worsens the whole thing, okay? So when you're dating, and then Don't back out. You gotta own up to it. Just let it settle. Don't come out and be like, actually, I'm so sorry. Just let it sink in. Okay. Make myself a little bit bigger. Make myself a little bit bigger. Okay. Okay. I'll bring it down here. Okay. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing's easy. Warriors and witches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We're here to talk about Fable, and the game that's already reaching uncomfortable amount of budget for the game development. Now, of course, we all know that Fable, the game that's being made by people that, you know, literally make driving games, they're not fit for literally this game. Not only that, they're not actually true fans of the source material or those said games. They're just not. The only person that can actually work on these sort of games is the man himself. I forgot his name, but he was originally with Lionhead Studios. And although that some people dislike how he, you know, managed and lied for Fable 3, he's still the true blue like maker of Fable. And now we have a complete subversion of what makes Fable Fable. Now, of course, Fable does have some woke elements and stuff that I don't like into the game, like the whole I like how people are like, oh, check this out, a transmogrification where you can make your character be a man and then a woman, and then they call that trans. No, you fucking idiot. That's literally just like a Fantasia potion at Final Fantasy like 14. You can literally change your whole character into somebody else. You're not being trans anything. You're just changing from a man to a woman. Not this whole fake ass mental illness bullshit that you're trying to thrust upon everybody else, okay? Go seek help. Now, but Fable was a very unique game, a very fun game, and even though Fable 3 had its faults, the games 1, 2, and 3 are still fun. Now, you can look at Fable 3 right now and be like, oh man, actually this game is great. You're only going to say that because you're so used to bullshit that we've been getting lately. I mean, we could talk about Halo right now, but not right now, okay? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that later. Right now, let's focus on Fable. Fable, a new report claims the up-and-coming Fable has gone uncomfortably over its original development budget. The report says the game's long development delays and the work needed to adapt the Forza tech engine for an RPG have all pushed costs higher than expected. I'm sorry. I think you all deserve what you got. I'm sorry. When it comes to... there's too many fucking variables about this Fable game where I'm just like, you could have avoided this, you could have avoided that, you could have avoided this and that. Now this is before Asha. I can't believe we're doing this with Xbox, where before Asha before Asha Sharma, Fable was being made. And of course the whole, you know, 14 layers of management is being reduced down to 3, which is a good thing. But Xbox is still in hot water right now as we speak, especially with the Game Pass. And so now right now Fable is in another delay. We've all seen the gameplay. Now we've seen definitive gameplay on this game. And now everything, right now, Fable is at this moment where they're caught with their pants down. You've already showed gameplay. You've shown what we would look like. You showed us what was going to be in the game. You showed us what's not going to be in the game. You also didn't add anything in particularly new to Fable. There's a lot of things within the Fable gameplay showcase where you just showed nothing new. You did show a lot of weird fucking characters. You did a good job on that. You also did a whole bunch of stuff where the characters are ugly, and even for some odd reason you made a little boy wear weird fucking like a dress. Like, go back and watch that gameplay trailer. I saw a little boy and I was like, why is he wearing a shirt like that? You know what I mean? It was too flowery. I was like, make him wear a regular shirt. And so we've already seen the gameplay. We've already seen the development team. We already know that they're not qualified for this game. We've also seen how much it cost for the Outer Worlds 2 to be made and South of Midnight. Do you know that it took $100 million to make Outer Worlds 2? That's right. Obsidian deserves those layoffs. That's way too much fucking money. South of Midnight, shut down and all that. Just get rid of all of them. $100 million to make South of Midnight? Are you fucking high? That game's like 15 hours. What are you doing? That game's like 15 to, I'll give him 20-hour video game. Are you, what the fuck? And so now we're on Fable. And Fable's a much bigger game than both of those games that I just mentioned. How much do you think this game's gonna be worth? This is my guess. I think this game's gonna be worth around $350 million. That sounds like over budget to me. The landscape of the whole game, I firmly believe this. I strongly believe that the tech engine, the Forza tech engine that they got, does not bring Fable into scope. They're too focused on realism, but they're also too focused with their political ideology bullshit. And they're also not even focused on combat, by the way. Did you see the way the guards fought you at that area when you fought the guard, when the person fought the guards at the gameplay, you know, little reaction that we had? A lot of them were just standing there. They were just standing there looking at the character. I'm like, aren't you all just gonna try to fight me or something? I kind of missed the whole slow motion executions and the cool like little bubbles that come out of their bodies after you fucking kill them, and then you have to suck them all up. Pause. And so now we are at because I'm gonna let you in on a little secret about Fable. The only women that are gonna play Fable are streamers and YouTubers. At this point, it's just fucking true. I'm sorry, but when you give women the ability to create their character and you give us character heads, you've lost the ladies. But for some odd reason, well, you're gonna lose a lot of men, but there's a lot of men out there that are just like, well, let me make the ugliest character, or let me just choose the default option. And then there's some people that are just like me, I'll try to be creative. But I've seen the way the character creation is, it's just lackluster. It's just shit. There's gonna be too many moments where I'm just like, I don't look like that. This looks horrible. This looks horrible. You're also supposed to be a child. So is the kid, your character, gonna look like a child? Or is your character gonna look like a fully grown adult head with a child's body? So how are they gonna work this out? And I just firmly believe that these types of people not only are not working on the art style of Fable in good faith, but they're also just not capable of doing anything of substantial worth to Fable. They're gonna come up to you and be like, listen, we love Fable, But we got to get rid of that objective morality. You know what I mean? We gotta get rid of that objective morality. The funny thing is that like the previous developers, Lionhead Studios, with the main person on Fable, he said, like, if you were in a crossroads between helping one person or helping another person, like, you're pretty much a good person all around. Like, everybody steers to do good. It's just the way of things. And so you have an option to save one person or save another person. Either option is a good option. And it's not a subjective morality sort of thing. You just do the best you can with what is put in front of you. Now, the bad option could be, fuck it, let them both die. That would be the sort of, you know, the evil portion of making a choice. But he explains that in great detail to having objective morality within their Fable games. And they understood that. Hell, there's even moments where he even plays around with the idea of subjective morality. Like, let's say you start farting. A lot of kids will laugh when you start farting in Fable 2. They'll laugh. They're kids. A lot of the adults, they won't laugh. It's not really subjective morality too much. It's just like you act differently depending on your age. It just makes sense, okay? Like, if you were to show off your manliness to like certain characters, certain people will act a different way. Like, let's say, for instance, you start flexing in front of the ladies, and then I think it was in the first game or the second game that, like, if you start flexing in front of the ladies, they'll fawn over you, but the men will be like, you know, I'm a guy, so I don't know what you're doing. I don't agree with this. You know, I'm a man. You know, and so. These sort of things that are considered, what's the word I'm looking for? Toxic to these people. Having an unapologetic Fable like we did before is not going to happen. Again, let me say it again. Did you see the Fable gameplay? It was dry. It was dry. Name me one funny interaction within the gameplay trailer. It was like 20 minutes of gameplay, 20 or 25 minutes of gameplay of you playing Fable. What popped out at you that was actually interesting? Nothing. The only thing that you did was ride around on your horse, talk to people. Some guy was indifferent to you. Another guy likes you. And you bought a pub, and then you hired the old guy out on the street, and then you fired somebody, and then you tried to set up a date with some ugly broad. And I'm over here just like, bro, this is... Oh, and you bought a house. And I'm like, yeah, we have this in the previous games, so I mean, some things, but not everything. And so I'm watching this, and I'm like, where's the fun? And then we finally get into the combat. And that shit's lackluster. So I'm over here watching a bread with no mayonnaise, turkey, and provolone sandwich fucking game. Dry as shit. And they want to come up to us and be like, listen, $70 or Game Pass. And I'm like, fuck that shit. Are you serious? And now we're hearing that they're over budget. I'm over here thinking to myself, how in the world did this happen? It's impossible to figure out. First of all, you hired the wrong people. That was the first clue. I don't know what's... That's another thing that we need to talk about when it comes to Phil Spencer and this whole thing with Fable, where this motherfucker will just... Isn't this the second time that Phil Spencer has just went up to some developer and said, you, Arcane Studios, huh? Make a multiplayer vampire game. And Arcane Studios is like, fuck? You, Fable. Yeah? You're not Fable. Yeah, we're not Fable. We work on car games. Work on Fable. No. Phil Spencer. We work on car games. Vroom, vroom. Work on Fable. All right. Okay, can we call and talk to the old Fable developers? No. No, you can't talk to the old developers. They don't want to. As a matter of fact, that's actually, I'm pretty sure that they probably talked amongst each other about certain things, but they were pretty much hands off when it comes to Fable. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna spitball it. I think that, what's his name? The person with the Lionhead Studios. I'm gonna get his name right now. Lion. Peter Molyneux. Thank you. Peter Molyneux. Peter Molyneux, I knew it was a P something. I think that after the whole subjective morality thing that I just heard from the new Fable, I firmly believe that they don't give a fuck about Peter Molyneux. I think it's the same exact feeling that Bethesda feels with the Obsidian. I think it's the same exact feeling that Cyberpunk, that CDPR feels about the writer for The Witcher. They're just like, man, we love the Witcher series. We love the lore. And then the person that literally created The Witcher is just like, oh, me too. I also like The Witcher. And CDPR is like, shut the fuck up, old man. Ciri is gay now. Ciri is gay now. So this idea that everybody is just, what's the word I'm looking for? That every single developer that talks to another developer, that they're just all friends, is not true, okay? There's chinks in the armor, okay? No Asians. And so when you see and by the way, game journalists are kind of at fault here. No, think about it. Game journalists give the most softball questions to all these developers just so that they can get access. Wouldn't it be great for like IGN or GameSpot to be like, how do you afford Fable? Why is this different from Lionhead Studios? It's like, shouldn't you talk to Peter Molyneux? None of these sort of questions are coming out from the game journalists. Game journalists now are just glorified YouTubers that want access before everyone else just to throw a fucking score. It would be great for game journalists to be like, and it's kind of the developers' fault along with CEOs, because, you know, before E3 left the playing field, we had unbiased sort of game journalists that came out and said, hey, how can you afford this? Is this different from the previous game? Last game was janky, Bethesda. Is this game gonna be janky? All these sort of questions that we've asked. But now we got game journalists that are, what's the word I'm looking for? We have game journalists that just want little prizes and trinkets and access here and there, when what they could actually do is, you know, help out a fellow gamer, but nobody gives a fuck about the gamer anymore. And then we got the developers, much like Bethesda and even fucking Forza, all these developers, they don't want to talk to you. As soon as you say something remotely, no, not remotely negative, I would say halfway negative. I don't think it's like a 30% negative on the game, because Matty Plays talks negatively about Bethesda, but he still tries to remain positive. But I'm pretty sure if he was dogging on Bethesda more and more, do you think Matty Plays is going to have talks with Todd Howard? No. A lot of these developers are closed in. They don't want to talk to anybody unless it's like, oh shit, it's IGN. Ooh, that puckered up my butthole. Ooh, IGN. Ooh, or GameSpot or whatever, or VGC, what have you, Polygon, whatever. It's just, and now we have developers working on stuff that they shouldn't have been working on. We also have developers that are subverting the source material. We also have people that are not managing the money. And then we also have developers that got laid off saying that they should remain on the payroll and should work there, when in actuality, they actually shouldn't. Last time I checked, some of these AAA companies, they have, and I shit you not, some of these AAA companies have extra rooms for just straight up bullshit. We're talking foot massages. We're talking body massages with a Chinese lady in the corner. We got a fucking dog room. We got a fucking, like, probably a free Palestine room. We got all these fucking extra layers of work. I'm pretty sure there's a hot tub room somewhere. There ain't no fucking area for like a little church so somebody can pray. That's not with these developers. So they're so far gone. None of these. There's a lot of godless people within the gaming industry. Okay, so they are also with the, you already know this because they hire big ass fucking people like that fucking guy from The Boys playing a giant cube in God of Laufey. Why that guy? He has such an average voice. Hey man, you want to be in a God of War game and sound like a complete Jew? Who thought of that? Hey, Keanu Reeves, do you want to work on this? I mean, to be honest, I like Keanu Reeves and I like Johnny Silverhand, but not everything works out like Johnny Silverhand. Like, let's say, for instance, Alana Pierce. I'm over here like, why the fuck did you hire this lady? There's a lot of people, there's a lot of voice actresses out there where I'm just like, why don't you just hire somebody that's brand new that wants to be up and coming? But they're like, oh man, you know what's a good idea? Matt Mercer. What? That's gonna be like $10 million? Ooh, I got some spare change. Actually, it's not there's a lot of moments within the gaming industry where developers are just like, yo, blank check, baby. Blank check. And now they're over here swallowing this shit where they're uncomfortably over budget. And I'm just like, I can't imagine myself doing this. I can't do it. There must have been one person that was just like, bro, we're making Fable. What the fuck are we doing? Okay, I guess we're making Fable. Do we have the budget for it? Okay, all right, this is our budget. Why are we making our characters ugly? We need more people to play the game. You got a lady. Why did we uglify the character? We're trying to get more sales. I want creativity, but I want to, you know what I mean? Oh, we're subverting the source material by changing the morality system. I'm trying to get more money, but okay. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, the gameplay is going to be completely dry. Well, how much is the game going to cost? Oh, it's going to cost $70. So let me get this straight. You're going to make a dry ass game with basically the same mechanics as the previous one, but not completely, with the ugliest fucking characters I've ever fucking seen. That lady that he tried to romance in that gameplay trailer, her face looked like a fish. What are we doing? It's like, oh, she seemed, and also, here's another thing. Very funny that you wanted to play a demasculated white man trying to get with a woman. That's fucking hilarious. Listen, okay, there's no genders within Fable, by the way. I want everybody to know this. There's no genders in Fable. So this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna be John, and you're gonna meet George, and you're gonna wonder where the fuck these children are coming from, and you're gonna be like, okay, all right, we're trying, okay, we're sinning, okay, we're sinning, cool, awesome. The kid walks up to you and says, I'm gay, and I'm like, nigga, what are we doing? You know that they're going to pull that off because they didn't specify on genders. They didn't specify on bodies or even, you know, characters. They just said character heads. That is such a leap. That is some DEI bullshit. I've never heard somebody say character heads. You can a certain variety of character heads. And I'm like, bro, what satanic shit is this? And you might be around $350 million deep into this game? Nigga, I'm gonna be honest to you guys about this information. This is fucking hilarious. I mean, no, think about it. It's not my money. It's not my money. I want Xbox to fail until they realize the error of their ways. It's the only way. My dad did it to me. I'm doing it with Xbox, where my dad was like, you sure you want to do that, son? Are you positive? Are you 100% sure? Okay. And then I come back like a few days later looking at my dad, and I'm just like, why didn't you stop me? Why didn't you stop me? That was a horrible idea. Well, son, it's the only way for you to learn. You're going to be out here on your own. That's the same thing that I'm doing with Forza Fable Sports. That's the only thing. Anyway, I hope it's already guaranteed flop. Right now, it's already a guaranteed flop. It's done. It's kaput. You might as well call this game Outer Worlds 3. It's done. It's cooked. Thank you for stopping by. There's only 3 Fable games. Goodbye. If Halo Combat Evolved can't even make money, what makes you think Fable can make money? I rest my case. Fuck out of here. I wonder if your appearance changes at all. Your appearance does change, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. All of your fucking characters are demasculated men. I've seen the black character. He is demasculated. I've seen the white dude's character. He is demasculated. I've even seen the female character. She is a person. Okay. This is what did we expect coming from the UK? Okay? This has World Economic Forum written all over it. There's gonna be a kid with 3 dads? God. He's right. No, he's right. He's not wrong. It's just gonna be disgusting. I still have hopes it will be good. I hope so, dude, for your sake. I hope so. There might be some little tidbits that might be interesting. I think the art style could be a little bit better, but I can't see myself making a 20-minute boring trailer on a video game that I made. I just can't do it. I just can't see it. If I did that, I would show off a little bit of the game, start off slow, pick up here and there, show a few mechanics, show actual fun combat, and then show a unique mechanic, and then at the end it with a twist and a teaser at the end where it's no, I'm not talking about you fucking a bear like Baldur's Gate 3, but I would show a twist at the end, and then boom, it's the hook. Trailers are all hooks. We all know this. Everybody knows what a trailer is for. It's literally a hook. And then the game is supposed to be the bait. So you gotta hook people in. You can't just be like, hey man, we're making a game. What kind of game? It's gonna be a game. Well, I don't know if I want this game. Oh man, well, are you a grifter or something? Man, it's a video game. So buy the video game. But what's the video game? It's definitely a video game. You see what I'm saying? You gotta bring them in. The guy sounded British in the video. They all did, which I'm surprised. The lack of devil. I totally forgot. I should have brought that up. The Halo and devil horns. That's a big thing, bro. That's a very big thing for you to throw away. That is very impressive for a lot of. It's not gonna sell. It's not gonna sell. I don't see any way of it selling. It's just all bad. Hold on. I will be right back. I'll leave this right here. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'll be with you. The humor and dialogue was understated. Hopefully, it's just a design choice. I don't. How would you feel about the office humor, where you're talking to somebody and then he's inside of an office and he's just like, actually, what I meant to say was this, and then some roar of the applause and laughing in the background, and you're just like, really, that's such, you know what I mean? Office humor. God, millennials. Okay, I'm back. By the way, guys, did you see this? Let me show you something. You want to see the most astroturfed game ever? Do you guys want to see the most astroturfed game ever? Here it is. GameSpot, Silent Hill Townfall. Silent Hill Townfall. More GameSpot, PC Gamer. 15 minutes of gameplay, Polygon. So, when all of these game journalists start popping up with one game in mind, which is odd, very odd, you have to ask yourself one thing. Who's making Silent Hill Townfall? A game taking place in Scotland, a small town in Scotland, and you're playing a black guy. Okay, well, let's see who's making this game. Well, let's show some gameplay a little bit.
CRTV absolutely ruled. I got to play Silent Hill Townfall for 3 hours, and here are my 3 takeaways. 1, the CRTV absolutely rules. It is integrated into nearly every single aspect of that game.
Of course, a guy that looks like this would actually say that's fucking intuitive. Looking like he is, of course he would. Alien Isolation and Routine. Has anybody ever played Routine? It's a good fucking game. That game is scary. You mean to tell me you're gonna show off this Game Boy, and you're gonna think that you're making something groundbreaking with it? Let's check it out.
From puzzle solving to major narrative beats to engaging with enemies. Whether I was using it to find clues around the room or switching frequencies to keep track of all the monsters around me, it made me feel like I was playing the most mechanically varied Silent Hill in the series.
It's first person. Silent Hill games are never, I don't think, no, they've never been first person. So why the change? You brought in a black Scottish, you brought in a black guy in Scotland, and you don't want to show him off? Wow, very rippers and very, very virtue signaling of you to not show off the black guy. Wow. And so you want to tell me that the Game Boy is like, ooh, you could do different things. Literally Alien Isolation and Routine. Routine is a good game.
You're not just going to be wailing on dudes until they die like in previous games or going all character action like you did in Silent Hill F. You have to be strategic. You have to think about every single movement you make, and the CRTV is rooted in that. It also is just an excellent tool to force you to engage with that world. It's good. Number 2, I am very happy that Konami, for the second time in a row, is allowing developers the liberty to tell stories outside of the American titular town. Townfall is very Scottish, and they're using that culture as the bedrock to
They just had one in, I didn't even, I don't think people really, how much money did Silent Hill F make? Let's check that out. Also, don't really care. Is it a good game or not? Like, stop giving me this bullshit. Like, oh man, You're telling it's like all that matters is whether or not it's a good game. You can do. I'm gonna tell you right now. Capcom keeps on coming out with the same characters in Street Fighter, and people still like Street Fighter. So you telling me that you're gonna be in Scotland, and then all of a sudden the game is gonna be better? Shut the fuck up. Let's see. Silent Hill F, right? And Konami, publisher, developer, Neobards Entertainment. Bro, what the fuck is this, bro? What the fuck is this? That's Silent Hill F, bro. How did that go? All right. Who's making Silent Hill this one? Is it the same people? Silent Hill 2? Silent Hill 2 was Bloomberg Team S. Too many people are working on Silent Hill. You guys keep on throwing individuals at a fucking video game and you expect them to be like, oh shit, oh snap, they can make a Silent Hill game. There's too many fucking retards out there thinking that like, oh, just put in different developers and then they can make the game. And I'm like, that's not how this works. Who? Let's check it out because it's not up on here. Who's making Silent? This is not gonna be good. Silent Hill. I think I know who it is. Town Ball. This ain't gonna be good. Screenburn Interactive, formerly known as No Code, a Scottish studio based in Glasgow. Well, that's not good already. Best known for Stories Untold and Observation. Wait. Observation. It is co-published by Konami Digital Entertainment and Annapurna Interactive. John McKellen is the writer and director. Who the hell is... You know what? First off, let's start with No Code. Let's go. You said No Code, right? And you said No Code developer. And I'll be honest, Observation was actually interesting, but did people play Observation? Let's see. Observation. This ain't gonna be good, bro. I thought the story, the gameplay mechanics of Observation was interesting because, yeah, I see, I told you. See, I fucking, yeah, see what I mean, bro? I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. If your previous game didn't make shit, don't mention it. Don't mention it at all. Oh, these are the previous people from No Code who made Observation. What the fuck is Observation? Don't mention anything when you got 1,000 at top peak. Okay. So you mean to tell me that formerly known as No Code, what you actually mean is that you changed it because you weren't making any money, and then you got layoffs, and then you just got different people working. Is that what I'm getting? Because usually when you change your name, that means you fucked up, and now you got a new name. It's like, oh no, we're not No Code, we're a Screenburn or something like that. Let's check out on Is this their first game, Silent Hill Townfall? Because I don't see it. Screen Burn Interactive. Screen Burn Interactive Games. Give me a list of them. I think this is their first game. Bro, Scotland ain't doing too well. Maybe it's all the brown people over there. Maybe. I'm not sure. How is it? How is it that you're from Glasgow, Scotland, and you said to yourself, you know what? I could make an interesting action adventure game about a young girl with an axe and a dagger protecting her little sister from brown people. People would eat that shit up. They'd be like, yo, this is a good game, bro. My girl, yo, my Scotland girl, yo, she got the axe and the dagger, and you could make a game and make a killing. That would be a fun game. And you said Silent Hill Townfall, the nigga edition. That's what you said. Stories Untold, Observation, and Silent. Okay, so they didn't make shit. So they changed their name, and now they're gonna make. Okay, so you didn't make anything. Yeah. Okay, so you didn't. So you didn't do shit. So let me get this straight. Konami's just throwing around this IP like some sort of used whore. Is that where I'm getting at? Let me turn the music back on. So you're just throwing this IP around like some used whore. Okay. Okay, and these people are eating it up. But let me see if people actually care. 600, 200, 50. Silent Hill Townfall takes place in a perfect storm, a remote Scottish town with poor internet. It's not a really good perfect storm, is it? If it was a perfect storm, maybe you would actually have good internet. And also, if I remember correctly, this is a horror game, so you're not in the perfect storm, you're actually in the storm. So you're cut off from the other. So this ain't a really good perfect storm. You see what I'm getting at? You're blocked off from everybody else. You can't get food, water, supplies. The place is grayed out with mist for some unknown reason. You got niggas out everywhere whipping out Game Boys, and there's monsters everywhere. Maybe a pyramid head. Is that what I'm getting at? So maybe it's not a perfect storm. You are actually in the storm. Okay. I'm just trying to be for real. Yeah, you're definitely some random developers, because these animations are pretty fucking dry. Okay. So what was the design choice on these characters where you just are like, you know what? Instead of making these grotesque monsters that have no fucking arms and legs, and they're like, and then they shoot out vomit and shit, here's a good idea. How about I just have a man with a scarred up face and a scar through his chest? And I'm just like, well, you're not gonna do the sexy maids, okay? We all know you're not. Come on. These are, if this is Annapurna Interactive, we're talking about Jews right here, okay? We're not gonna be having no male gays up in here, okay? There ain't no way they're bringing out the fucking sexy nurses. They dropped that shit so fucking fast. They were just like, ooh, yeah, I'm feeling myself. Yeah, Silent Hill. And then they got hit by the long dick of the UN, which is not that long. And then they were like, ooh, yeah, probably a bad idea to have the male gaze. My bad. My bad. So what is this game? And who the hell is this white bitch? Oh, she's probably an actual Scottish person. Okay, my bad. My bad. You kind of got... So... Yeah, this is getting astroturfed out. Yeah, this is getting astroturfed. Okay, so they want to talk about... So you're trying to sell me at this game. And your idea of selling me at this game is an illegal playing on his Game Boy in the middle of the misty fucking area. Bro, what was the... You know what? I'm going to show you a game, because apparently this thing right here, this little Game Boy thing, is the big thing where they're thinking, oh shit, I've never seen it before. Let me show you something where actually somebody does it, uses something like that much better. I can show you Alien Isolation, but everybody's seen that. Let me show you Routine, because none of these motherfuckers want to talk about Routine. I want to talk about Routine. We got a trailer for Routine. They're gonna definitely show the that was the one from 7 months ago. That's from 4 years ago. No, okay. That's 11 months ago. Give me a scarier one. Lunar Software. Yeah, that's a good one. So you're in a moon, and everybody's dead except you, and it's some crazy shit. Check this out. I like the design of the gun. That's the item that I'm talking about. By the way, in this game, you ain't killing shit, okay? There ain't no bat. You ain't killing shit. You just run away. Little BMO. Now, let me tell you something about this game, okay? That sort of animatronic thing that you saw is not the only enemy. I'm just letting you know. That little fucking, that robot thing, that is not the only enemy. They keep their trailers light, okay? They keep their trailers light, like 50 seconds where they're just like, oh, here's the same monster that I showed you guys. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I'm over here watching somebody play this game thinking that there's only going to be robots. I'm not going to say anything. It was fucking terrifying. That's all I'm saying. So you can miss me with this whole shit. I think this is an absolutely great game. I hope, as a matter of fact, let's check out, because I like the mechanics on this game. Let's see how well Routine is. Hopefully they do if they do better than fucking Silent Hill Townfall. Yeah, unfortunately, see, this is just the belly of the beast. It is what it is. Wait, wait. Holy shit. Wait, whoa. Did you beat Silent Hill? Hold up. You beat a AAA video game? Nah, not quite. Okay. Not quite. Like, this is horrible for the AAA developers, but, you know, yeah, so Routine didn't make that much, which is a shame, because it's from from the Lunar Software. Hats off to them. I have the game. I want to play it. It's way better than whatever this Townfall game is. Absolutely. I'm telling you right now, you're going to get a lot of videos of this Silent Hill Townfall because of Annapurna and fucking Konami, where they just shove money down their throats, and then they come out and they're just like, this game, Townfall, is the best. Oh my gosh, it reminds me of that one time that I was in Scotland. And I'm like, nigga, what? It's gonna be that same fat fuck in IGN that's just like I miss the days when I was in Southern California, and you know, in the 90s with my friends where I don't have any friends. Well, with this game reminds me of the time that I was playing on he's just gonna make up some bullshit. That's what he's just gonna do. They keep on it. Once you noticed how they talk with IGN and GameSpot, everything starts to become clear that it's all an agenda. They're like 10 out of 10, and then you hear them talk and you're thinking to yourself, okay, what about the gameplay? It's like, oh, the story and the magic of the story and the feeling, the pull of the characters, and the fact that, yeah, the Jews paid me and I gladly took their money, and this is another Goyim game. And I just believe that there's a focal point within the gaming industry within here that we somehow have manifested ourselves within a new parameter of game design. And I'm over here just like, nigga, what the fuck did you just say? It's like, what about the gameplay? Oh, my favorite part of the game is when I walk. Because they gave Mixtape a 10 out of 10. Do you get the joke? Because you don't do anything in Mixtape. The game literally runs itself. You get what I mean. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that real quick. I'll see you next time. I still even know what Silent Hill is about, even after playing a couple of them. It's supposed to be a mystery, yeah. I think Silent Hill stopped at The Room. Silent Hill 4. That's where it stopped. I like Silent Hill 3 because the main character is fucking cute as fuck. And I would hit that on the spot. It is what it is. Anyway. Talk a little bit about Resident Evil. This is ranting for vengeance. I like his... I rant too. I rant just like him.
Himself, Zach Kreger, along with his fake Resident Evil movie, are two of the most retarded things I've seen in a very long time.
Raccoon City General.
Hey, no sweat.
I get the instinct to kind of dig in, because I'll be honest, I've never seen a Resident Evil movie, because they don't look to me like what I love so much about the game.
And this does.
What the hell is this?
That I play. And so I was just like, not my Resident Evil. Not my Resident Evil.
No thanks, bro.
Very quickly, let's just fucking obliterate any counter argument to this point. Zach Kreger's movie shouldn't have the name Resident Evil. It's cheap, it's a...
It is. It 100% is. And you know this. They're just chasing the dollar. They say, oh, the Resident Evil... If the Resident Evil fans show up, he's going to be like, see? Well, I succeeded at making a Resident Evil game. And if the Resident Evil fans don't show up, they're going to get blamed for that. And be like, see? Well, Resident Evil fans don't show up for the actual fans of Resident Evil. And I'm like, you know they're going to do it.
Out, and it doesn't have anything got to do with RE, except one or two Easter eggs here and there, which are the most desperate attempts to try to pull in some of the fans of...
What did I fucking tell you, bro? What did I fucking... Bro, do you remember shotgun shells?
The games. Just to let you know, a lot of these fans, along with Zach Kreger, are not fans.
If this movie was a Resident Evil game, like call it Resident Evil 10, it wouldn't feel weird.
Stop pretending like this is
Bro.
just another story within the Resident Evil universe. That's what this prick Zach Kreger is saying, and that's what all of these dickwads defending him are also arguing. It's bullshit. This doesn't feel like one Resident Evil game, even part 7, 8, or 9. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Resident Evil main characters are meant to be badasses. Every single
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? We got ourselves Chris Redfield, the beefy boy, militaristic. We got Claire Redfield, the badass in red, with the DSLs. We got ourselves Ada Wong, need I say more? We got ourselves Leon fucking Kennedy, the guy that started from the bottom, now we're here. Our boy Leon Kennedy that deserves all the respect in the world. We also got ourselves also got ourselves Rebecca. Every time when she shows up, I'm just like, 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I need. You know what I mean? It's that sort of moment that you have to add a little bit of corny, a whole lot of survival, and a whole lot of horror. And please throw in some fucking ammo, for the love of God. Throw in some fucking ammo. I'm running out of ammo.
one of them. Jill Valentine, Claire Redfield.
Bro, Jill Valentine. How could I forget?
Leon Kennedy, Chris Redfield. These characters are meant to be cool.
Yeah, and Sheva. Bro, Sheva was making a lot of the white boys look at the black women and be like, hold on. Let me colonize real quick. I mean, I'm sorry. Hold up. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me go back.
They're meant to be a badass action hero since the very start. They're meant to be military or police. And if they aren't one of those two things, they need to be pretty damn awesome in their own right. So let's just check out this new trailer real quick to see if the main character is military, police, or even just a badass.
Excuse me, oh my god.
You got time for another run?
No, I'm wrapped up for
It's
the...
outside the zone, so it pays double.
I could do that. No sweat.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say that this is plain old fucking mentally retarded. Whose idea was it to have a mongoloided spastic in the main role?
Mongoloided spastic? I'm taking that one. God damn. God. Oh my god. Oh.
Of a Resident Evil movie. Who wrote this absolute generic AI generated CGI slap shit? Oh wait, I can answer that. It's Zach Kreger, the biggest LARPer out there. Now
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. I sound like John Berthal. Yo, let me tell you something real quick. But honestly, Zach Kreger was making his own shit and he was developing a repertoire. He was making his own shit and he was doing a good job. Now, it's not something that I like, but he was making his own shit. But the fact that Zach Kreger only needed a little bit of fame for a whole lot of people to be like, bro, he can do no wrong. I am here to tell you right now that anybody that comes out and tries to defend Zach Kreger and they're just like, oh man, well the guy can do, you have to stop that, man. I've done this before. I was on the Bethesda train. I was on the BioWare train thinking that, oh man, they could do no wrong. Surprise, surprise. Never meet your heroes. So you have to, the biggest thing that people need right now is self-esteem. They need to have self-worth. And so if you don't have self-worth or an ability to take care of yourself, well, then you're going to shift it and care about someone else or something else. And you're just going to be like, well, I don't give a fuck about me, but this guy that makes these films, everything that he makes, every step that he makes, every move that he makes, you know, I know what song I'm about to sing, but I'm not going to do it. But every ground that he walks on is gold. You have to stop this. You have to. And this whole idea like, yo, it's just one trailer. Bro, it's supposed to hook you in. And for a lot of the Resident Evil fans, because Resident Evil is on the name, it's on the fucking name, you have to you have to be there for them. They are the core audience. And that core audience would be like, hey, I like Resident Evil, and this Resident Evil movie is good. Therefore, let me go talk to people that don't know about Resident Evil so they could watch this film with me. Well, you're not going to get that with this film. You're not going to get that sort of breach into capitalism. It's not working.
Said this in my last video, that he's talking about the games and how they're taking from the games, how the camera angle, the tone, the atmosphere, the world is all from the games.
Not using the characters from the games. The games and the games that playing a Resident Evil game. When you play the game, a Resident Evil game, like games that I play, playing the game.
And the most interesting part about all of that is how he's never even played the fucking games.
I thought he said I heard that he played the games. Okay.
Rank the top 5 Resident Evil games of all time.
Okay.
So, work together to figure it out. Let's start with number 5.
He hasn't played the games. He hasn't played the games. He hasn't played, bro. He hasn't. I've seen that look. I've seen that look because I've made that look. That's a person who knows they're fucked. I didn't even need to hear his answer. I see that look and I'm like, you're fucked. Why did you do this? Bro, I know less time is made to make a movie than it is to make a video game, but you need to take that moment into developing. You could play it. I don't. Oh my God. I bet he saw a puzzle in Resident Evil and he was just like, you know what? I can't get through the puzzle. And this is it. I'm done. You couldn't watch somebody play the game. You couldn't figure out the controls a little bit. You couldn't How come you couldn't just take the time to learn? This reminds me of Fable, where literally I was like, bro, did you take the time to know how to make a Fable game? And I'm like, nigga, you didn't. Bro, do not blame the 14 layers of management within Xbox. You're just retarded. Okay? Don't go up and be like, oh, it's because there's so much going on with Xbox. No, you're just retarded, okay? I'm pretty sure you didn't talk to anybody about, the game. You see what I'm saying? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of people saying like, bro, I can't vote because I don't have a DMV card, or I can't do this because I don't have something from the DMV. And I'm like, nigga, everybody goes to the fucking DMV and you're not going, I think you shouldn't vote. It's one of those things where it's just like everybody has gone. Nobody likes to go to the DMV, but we all go to the DMV. So when you come out and you're just like, well, I think this is stupid because, people that don't go to the DMV, nigga, if you don't go to the DMV and take care of your shit, then I don't think you should vote. It's like literally do the thing that you need to do for Resident Evil and then move forward. And this nigga was like, you know what's a good idea? I should just start hiring. He worked on the script and then he was like, what's in Resident Evil? I think they got health sprays, typewriters. I think they got health packs. What else is in Resident Evil? They got zombies. Yeah, I know that. What else do they got in Resident Evil? Like, he's just saying shit in his head. And he's like, oh man, what else? I think Resident Evil, I think literally this is the process that he did, and he didn't play the games. He just didn't play the games. He was just like, yeah, they got typewriters and shit. What else did they got? Oh yeah, they got ammo. And I'm like,
Fifth best.
The fifth best. This is tough, man.
this is bad. This
7, 8, 9, and it's tough. I would go 7, 8, 9, 2, 4.
Are you talking original or remake? Or do you just kind of glue them together?
I'll glue them together, but I've spent way more time on the remake.
He's talking
Yo, fuck these remakes, bro. Fuck these remakes, bro.
about the remakes and the brand new games made to appeal to normies and handy.
Yo, my boy! Yo! Yes, bro. 100%.
Caps on the internet. I don't have a massive problem with those games, but talking about the Resident Evil franchise and saying how much you love the games when you actually haven't played one of the original
That's the one we're doing right there. I got beat up by a plant. That's the one right there. I want to play the original Code Veronica because the Veronica is exactly what it is, you know what I mean? And I don't want to play... If I wanted to play the remakes, I'm going to mod the characters. Everybody knows what I'm going to do. Everybody knows what I'm going to do. Somebody's going to walk into my fucking chat while I'm playing Resident Evil like Veronica, or when I'm playing Resident Evil 4 Remake, and people are going to be like, it's like, oh man, you're playing the remake this time. Wait a minute. Leon Kennedy has tits? What's going on? I just switch Leon Kennedy with Ashley.
Resident Evil
And then I mod Ashley.
games is slow, and going around saying it and having all of these dimwits on the internet believe you is even worse. If you're buying into this spastic's lies that he's such a super fan of the games and that the entire thing is one big love letter to the games, then you're a moron who can't see that he's just another Hollywood shill who's never played any of the games. He's talking about Resident Evil 4. He gets asked a question about it. He's only played the remake, you know, the bastardized version, which is nothing like Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 4 is for ugly hags that never had dick for 7+ years. Like, never had good dick. Like, they're just like, let me make Leon Kennedy look real fucking good. And Ashley is gonna look derpy as fuck on the face. And also, you can't see her panties anymore. That's very important. It's part of the lore. And we're going to cover up Ada Wong. And the person playing as Ada Wong is going to sound fucking mentally retarded. But we're going to make Leon Kennedy look good. Also, we're going to change the lines with that one fucking Hispanic dude where he talks about Ashley and her ballistics, like her tits, and, you know, for a modern audience. I didn't get that because I didn't play the remake. If there are modders out there that change the remake to add those, I want to know about them. I want to know about modders that add the shit that they took away from me.
Evil. Seriously, if you're gonna make a Resident Evil movie and fuck it up this bad, go ahead and do it, and don't say that you're some kind of super fan. But getting it so wrong and then coming in pretending.
Spoiler alert, I found out what the hell this fat guy is. He's literally just full of rats. I'm over here thinking like, oh shit, he's gonna do something crazy. Nah, he's just full of rats.
To be a fan of Resident Evil 2 and 4 when you've never played them. Resident Evil 2 is a PS1 game and Resident Evil 4 is a PS2 game. This isn't being a snob, this isn't being some sort of elitist. I'm just saying it how it is.
Look at the fucking technical jump on this fucking shit, bro. We don't need any more new PlayStations or Xboxes. We just don't. We just don't.
PS2 game. This isn't them. Resident Evil 2 is a PS1 game and Resident Evil 4 is a PS2 game. This isn't being a snob. This isn't being some sort of elitist. I'm just saying it how it is. If you want to argue and make some sort of comeback towards the fans, play the games from the franchise you're adapting. But oh wait, he admits it himself. The movie called Resident Evil, based off of the video game franchise Resident Evil, is not actually adapting Resident Evil.
I am not trying to adapt a video game. I'm not.
Yeah, fuck off then. Well, I like how the guy over there is like, bro, he's not meant for talking. He should talk about the movie. But he's not. You know what? I'm gonna shut up because I want him to talk. He's not really good at talking to people about his shit when it comes to him fucking lying and saying he played the games. But I'm looking at the guy in yellow and he's looking at him like, bro, are we cooked?
Using the characters from the games. I'm not telling a story that the games tell because I'm not going to be able to do it better than the game.
It's doing Zach Kreger's own made-up fan fiction where the bad guys aren't zombies. The atmosphere isn't a dark action movie, classic B-movie horror tone. It's more like some handicap who looks like he'd be tweeting about trans people on the internet.
Oh my god. I like this guy.
Running around like a Down syndrome in some generic CGI world where Zach Kreger says it himself.
It feels like if you only let the virus kind of behave how it does in the games, then you're leaving a little bit on the table. I feel like you have to have something new in this movie. So
no.
There's a couple of mechanics that the virus takes that are unique to this movie.
The zombies of Resident Evil weren't good enough. He needed to come in and add in his own shit, which is some naked white fat dude.
He still obeys the laws of the game universe.
I take liberties.
It's thank you all so much. We'll see you soon.
It's not.
This
Did you just hear the voice? Did you just hear the actor? Hear the actor again, bro. Bro, what did I say?
Liberties. It's
thank
not,
you all so much. We'll see you soon.
It's not.
Bro. Now I feel bad for the actor, bro. I feel bad for the actor.
This right here is the face of a fucktard who's just been called out for being a fake fan. You shouldn't have even made this movie if you didn't want this backlash. Nobody's asking for a direct one-to-one adaptation of the video game. Even though...
Yeah, oh, he's gonna say even though... What?
Would save this pile of garbage, you...
Yeah, it would save this pile of garbage. I think I could... At this point, I think I can do a 1-for-1. It's not going to be a 4-hour, 5-hour film where I show you everything that Leon Kennedy or Chris Redfield does, but you know what I mean? Where it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's not difficult. It's really not. Every time when we are literally asking for the bare minimum at this point when it comes to Hollywood. And we're just like, all right, you're going to put a guy called Leon Kennedy in this game, in this movie. Leon Kennedy. Yeah. He's pretty much a bit of a Boy Scout, but bit of a nice guy. Parted hair, short. You're going to send him to Raccoon City. Write that down. Raccoon City. Okay. All right, Raccoon City. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have him change up and suit up to Raccoon City, where he's supposed to become a police officer on his first day, but everything goes awry. And so what you're going to do is, I'm going to put a giant fat guy in a sewer. No. Back up. Back way the fuck up. You're going. See, what you're going to do next is you're going to have Leon Kennedy join forces with Claire Redfield, and they're going to, they're going to see each other once in a while. and he's gonna go through the Raccoon Police Department. You know, you don't have to focus on montaging him picking up various items or looking at certain, you know, files or anything. You can keep it very short, very action oriented B movie, like he said. And then you could just, so what you want me to do is, so you want me to put a whole bunch of snow where where Leon Kennedy delivers organs in the middle of the night. And I'm like, no, he's a police officer. He's a police officer. Can you stay with me? Yeah, he's a police officer. Yes, he's a police officer. He's not donating organs. No, he's not. He's not donating organs to another state at 3 a.m. in the morning. No, he's not. It's you know, pretty much like 8 p.m. and not, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, I get what you're saying. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little baby inside of the package, and he's gonna be like, a little zombie baby. And I'm like, no, sounds kind of cool, but no, we're not gonna put a tiny baby with bloody hands inside of inside the box. You see what I'm saying? It's just like, it's so easy. It's so easy, but they won't do it. Especially with the first Resident Evil. The first Resident Evil has so much in it. You got yourself Albert Wesker, and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? You got Barry, you got Jill Valentine, and you got our boy Chris Redfield. You got so much power here. Also, there's different variants of fucking monsters in here. You got a lot to do. You're fighting in a mansion most of the time. You got a lot of cinematography you can make right here. And this nigga just said, no sweat. And I'm like, bro.
Don't even need Leon Kennedy or Chris Redfield. You could have made a brand new character that's a cop or a military guy who's a complete badass. Or you could have made some attractive, tough, badass chick.
I like this guy. I like how he mentioned a woman, and he was like, well, you got to be attractive. I can't have you in my game not being attractive. I mean, what are we talking about? It's like, bring in some badass fucking dude, like, you know, dual wielding 2 light machine guns, and bring in a badass chick that's fucking hot as hell. And I'm like, okay, I like where this guy's going. See, if you said this and pitched this to your publisher, he'd be like, are you gonna put any niggers in it? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna put any, no DEI. I'll put some Asians in it. You have a deal. You have a deal. Shake hands. You have a deal. And then the publishers watch the movie, and it's actually hot Asians, and he's just like, not those kind of Asians. God damn it. Oh, well, I guess we'll make money today.
Just like any one of the female characters in a Resident Evil.
That's not the... Hold up. It's not the same Jill Valentine as mine. Something's a little bit different about this one. I don't know what it is.
Game. But no, you did none of that, and you want people to eat up your slop. The game is up. You haven't played any of the real Resident Evil games. Your movie is not some sort of love letter just because it has one Easter egg. It's a disgrace. It shouldn't have the Resident Evil name. It's not going to be a good adaptation, and it's definitely not going to be a good horror movie. If you're somebody who is interested in zombie horror, just go watch my video I made about it, recommending some of the best movies out there, which include the classic Romero Night of the Living Dead and Dawn.
These are the games, not games, these are the movies where they actually show, like, the body horror. It's not CGI. It's literally, like, they make the blood, they make the skin, they tear the skin, kind of like The Thing.
Dawn of the Dead, 2 masterpieces. All of the gory Italian movies from the 70s and 80s that have kick-ass heavy metal soundtracks, badass main dudes who blow away zombies, gratuitous blood and nudity. Nice. These are all
They literally just had some random white dude ride down a theater on a motorcycle with a bad bitch on his back, dual wielding 2 katanas. And I'm over here like, bro, this is retarded. I'll have 2 tickets, please.
Genre staples of zombie horror since the very beginning. You take Night of the Living Dead, Zombie, Evil Dead 1 and 2. These movies are extremely offensive and some of the most kick-ass things ever made because of it. They go against the film code at the time, they go against the government, they go against your parents, they go against the church. And all of these masterpieces are a massive middle finger in the face of cock shills from Hollywood like Zach Kreger. This isn't about politics. Your movie is bullshit. It's nothing like a Sam Raimi or Romero classic. And it's especially nothing like any of the classic Resident Evil games because you've never played any of them. And to argue that he's some sort of legend because he's going against the fans and the video games proves that you're an even bigger retard for hyping this asshole up. And you can see here he's telling stories about how dangerous it was to film and how the main actor, who's handicapped by the way, almost died shooting it. You know,
Who cares? Also, bro, okay. I need to talk about this. Don't use your own actors to prop up some sort of, ooh, we can get some brownie points for almost killing a guy. And saying, ooh, look, we almost killed a guy. Like, check out this film. This guy risked life and limb. You would use the actor like that? You would do that? Like, really, you would do that? Honestly? Like, for instance, when it came to Leonardo DiCaprio, how he got a cut on his pinky or on his hand, and that was not, that was not his intent. The director didn't come out and fucking say like, oh yeah, check out our movie, bro. Leonardo DiCaprio, he didn't do that, so you should probably check out this film. Don't use the actors like that. I think the only way that they actually found out was actually through some of the other actors, maybe like Jamie Foxx or maybe Leonardo DiCaprio himself, but I don't think the actual director came out and says, so, almost two of our fucking, actors almost got hurt, it is what it is, but just letting you know, this is the trick of the trade. Come check out our film. And I'm like, stop that. It's fucking weird. We almost killed a baby in our film. Come check it out and see.
No one really gives a shit about the stunts in your movie. It looks like slop. And as I was just saying, go back and watch a real horror movie and you'll see some real special effects and practical stunts. John Carpenter's The Thing.
There we go. See? What did I say?
Evil Dead movie, which there's only 3 of, by the way. Anything else is complete trash. These movies...
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. They had this fucking series on TV where the main character is older. It's like Evil Dead something. Is complete garbage.
These had real stunts and real practical effects. And the same goes for all of movies. Just look at Hong Kong in the 80s and any one of the stunts which took place in those movies. A lot of those movies are masterpieces because of that.
Jackie Chan got seriously injured over this stunt right here. I remember this. They had to haul him out.
There was no wires or CGI, and all of it was done for real. And you want to try to pull people in as if your movie is on the level of Evil Dead when it's actually some pile of shit.
Did you hear Jackie Chan every time that he did a film and got hurt? Did he come out and say like, my leg broke in this film. Come watch my movie. Oh, I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. You don't hear Jackie Chan saying that like, I broke my back in this film and I drank some highly flammable alcohol in The Drunken Master. Come watch my film. Oh, I don't want no trouble.
which is disrespecting the fans. No one cares that you put a potted plant in the background of a scene. Adapt
Thank you.
one of the fucking games or take a hike. There's a simple formula for a successful Resident Evil movie which could have been adapted, but Hollywood has never done it. Make a movie adapting Resident Evil 1 and you'd have a 10 out of 10 masterpiece which would be beloved and critically acclaimed.
You know what the funny thing is? Some fan on YouTube who would do a short film of Resident Evil would do a better job than what Zach is doing. There's some cosplayer of Albert Wesker going, Chris, and you could hire him. You could hire a lot of people online saying like, bro, I really like cosplaying as Albert Wesker and I got his voice. You could find these individuals. You could find them. Just saying, bro.
Claimed with a dark classic horror atmosphere in a mansion, thunder and lightning, plain old zombies and mutated abominations being fought off by a crew of police badasses from Raccoon City. Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield are two of the most iconic and awesome characters of all time. Instead, you want to create
You're gonna shout out my girl Rebecca? Fuck you.
something new and you don't want to put in any effort. No one's gonna remember this character and no
I'm sorry, no one's gonna remember your character. And if I remember correctly, and this is a spoiler warning, because I think I saw the script online. Also, they said that there's no bomb at Raccoon City. So you mean to tell me that there's zombies out there at Raccoon City, and there's not going to be no bomb? And I'm over here like, oh, then the character's dead then. It's as simple as that. Either he dies through the bomb or lives and gets away from the bomb, or there's no bomb and he's dead. Because if you're telling me it's just like Raccoon City and then the infestation just grows, I'm just like, why am I watching this film? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of horror movies out there where it will have a bad ending, but some horror films are really good at hiding the bad ending. Like, really good at it. You're over here watching, hoping one or two characters survive, and then the last 5 or 10 minutes, you're just like, yeah, they're dead. Yeah, they're dead, or a fate worse than death. Like, that's good storytelling. Where you're pulled in. Like, some people like to do this thing where it's just like, so the world is completely conquered by aliens and there's no way of stopping it. And I'm like, so who am I playing as? You play as a human trying to survive. Oh yeah, he's dead then. So why am I watching? He's next on the chopping block. Unless you find something like crazy, you know what I mean? Where you're watching the film and you're like, okay, so I'm following this person and we're gonna find some way to fight the aliens. No, he's just living with the misery. And I'm like, I guess you could make a good movie out of that, but it's just like, I mean, how many times are you gonna watch a film that'll just bring you down? Okay, I love horror films, but if you just watch a horror film to be like, yo, I want to feel dead inside, I'm gonna watch this film where all the bad shit happens. Yeah, I want to watch that. Wasn't there this movie called The Rain? Bro, this movie was fucking disgusting, but it was good. And the ending is up to your interpretation, where I believe literally the rain changes people. I think the rain changes people, and it either changes or kills you or something like that. And this family of 3 were inside their house the whole time, and the wife got crazy. Wait. I'm spoiling it. Basically, The Rain, check it out. It's pretty fucked up. If you can stand it, you can stand it. If you can't, you can't.
one's gonna remember this movie. It's a disgrace to Resident Evil, and the guy making it is an absolute retard who wants to talk shit about the fans who actually played the games. The original Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all masterpieces that beat out most movies. And the original Resident Evil 4 is not only a 10 out of 10 badass action horror experience, but it's also something which has and will continue to beat out slop like this. Fuck Hollywood and fuck Zach Kreger and this abomination which doesn't deserve the title of Resident Evil. So if you're somebody who's an actual fan of this franchise and can see that this movie sucks, do let me know and maybe consider subscribing. And if you got a problem with anything I said in this video, go fuck yourself.
That was good. Yeah, that was ranting for vengeance. Yeah, it was his Resident Evil. I knew he was going to say something about Resident Evil because he's a big fan. But yeah, definitely. I 100% agree. Yeah, next one. Let's do the next one. Really good. Really good. All right. We're going to talk about Halo and whatever it has in store. I think we're going to watch it with our boy Real Life Fake Wizard. Let's go.
The Real Life Fake Wizard. On July 28, 2026, Halo Campaign Evolved fully released worldwide. If you bought the premium editions, you got a few days early access to Microsoft.
First of all, Black Lady. Second of all, the early access shit. Please stop. 2 days early access. They are fucking you in the ass. It's the most goyim shit to ever do. To purchase that. I did that for Diablo 4. After that, I was like, nah, I'm done. That was stupid of me.
Microsoft's Unreal Engine 5 remake of Halo Campaign Evolved, sold as the start of a new era for the franchise that built Xbox. Within the first 30 minutes of gameplay on the newly invented prologue missions, we hit a game-breaking bug on stream that required we restart the entire game from the credits again.
Damn.
And if myself and Hypnotic, friend of the channel, hitting this bug on stream wasn't enough for you, oh no, it's Alex hit the same bug on his own stream too.
Damn.
Across the internet, people have taken to posting clips featuring all the bugs that they're experiencing with this
Halo
game.
is finished.
Across all platforms, mind you, with reports coming in that this Xbox game actually plays best on the PlayStation 5 Pro. This is the 25th anniversary year of the Halo franchise, and here we find...
Why is there a marker for the enemies over their heads? There's no need for that.
Microsoft's attempts to celebrate that anniversary and also open the door for non-Halo fans to enter into the franchise was shipped in the format of a $70 premium edition bug-ridden disaster that breaks in the opening minutes. Okay, so let's get the product details on the table here for proper examination. Halo Campaign Evolved launched on July 28th, 2026 on Xbox Series X and S, PC, and PlayStation 5. Standard edition is $50. Premium early access ran you $70 in the United States.
I'm going to say right now, if you buy these remakes, especially, by the way, the third remake, by the way, for Halo Combat Evolved, I'm honestly not going to hear anything from you, just at all. You're either a content creator, and that's even worse, playing whatever game that is in front of you, like some sort of fat baby, or, you know, you're an actual fan to realize, like, the only good Combat Evolved is the first one.
You get the Combat Evolved campaign rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5.
That's not
Sprint,
good.
Aim down sights, later on weapons early, vehicle hijacking, up to 4-player online co-op. Console split screen is back. Skulls are back. And 3 new prequel missions called Operation Meteorite. There is no competitive multiplayer. You do not get fire.
There's no competitive multiplayer? What do you guys, bro? So you just got the campaign, bro. You bought this. You're No camp. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's move on.
Fight, you do not get Forge, you do not get Theater. The Master Chief Collection already gives you 6 campaigns and multiplayer. Campaign Evolved just gives you the remade campaign and 3 boring bonus missions. And you might
wait. So let me wait. Are you telling me that you have to buy an upgraded version to play the multiplayer? No. I didn't hear that. Okay, so Xbox is cooked. Okay, gotcha. Hold on.
There's no competitive multiplayer. You do not get Firefight, you do not get Forge, you do not get Theater. The Master Chief Collection already gives you 6 campaigns and multiplayer. Campaign Evolved just gives you the remade campaign and 3 boring bonus missions.
Throw this
and
away.
You might say, Wizard, come on, the reviews are fine. Are they? I mean, if your position is that the reviews are fine, then you're only paying attention to Access Media shill reviews.
We're talking about the same people that said Forza Motorsport, the game where you can be a paraplegic, deaf, ugly bitch? Or are we talking about Mixtape, the 10 out of 10 best Jew game of all time? I mean, which 10 out of 10 are we talking about here? Okay? Oh yeah, or the 7 out of 10 Power World game because the game is janky? We talking about the same game? I mean, the same game journalists?
On Steam right now, the reviews are sitting at mixed for many reasons. Some I mentioned above with all the bugs, but also because Microsoft slapped a login wall on top of this campaign-only game when you first boot it up. Yes, in a similar way to how Marvel Tokon requires you to sign into a PlayStation account to play it, Halo Campaign Evolved also requires you to log in to an Xbox account.
Just get a PC. Okay, stop playing around. Get a PC. They are fucking with you, bro. How many people are playing right now? Okay, how many people are playing? Let me check. How are you? So let me get this straight. There's only 8,000 people playing Halo Campaign Evolved, which is a horrible name, and you mean to tell me a brand new developer is getting more numbers than you? A brand new developer making an extraction game is getting better numbers than you. I mean, Power World's another thing. Bro, this is okay. This is bad. Is Boba Cafe Simulator getting better numbers than no? I was about to say that would be a little bit crazy. Yeah, okay. See, this is why China's going to take over. And I don't want to hear anything from weird fucking leftist freaks about all their characters. Like, it's like, yo, my characters, they're all fucking hot Asians. And I'm like, well, you signed, this is all we got now. This is all we got. This is what you put us into. We got a whole bunch of Asian games now, and all the characters are hot, and there's 0 gay people because you people in the West, especially in America or Canada, have to be the weird ones. This. What did we tell you about? I keep telling people nobody wants to see LGBT bullshit. No one. There's a lot of people that would tolerate LGBT bullshit, but they don't want to see it at all. So now we have Halo, which is supposed to be the biggest Xbox game of all time. By the way, 343 is done. I know it's Halo Studios, but it's 343. They're all the same. The people that actually made Halo the way it was, which was great, are long gone. Either laid off or long gone or fucking fucked the ride off. They're gone. Okay? We have a bunch of developers that are within Halo, which I'm surprised to say there's some people that are within the 343 or Halo Studios, get this, that don't like guns. So you came into 343 and you were just like, well, I don't like guns. And I'm like, Then why don't you make a coffee game? Why are you here? And so now, fuck the woke elements in this game, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute. They gave you the most buggy, shittiest Unreal Engine 5 game to date, and slapped in a double login system within a game. A login system for a campaign. Think about it. You got to log into this game to play the one-player game. All right.
To play it, should you get either game on Steam. Other Steam reviews cite crashes, stutters, shader hangs, cutscene desyncing, audio popping on the Truth and Reconciliation mission, and AMD and NVIDIA driver crashes on specific missions too. Digital Foundry flagged Unreal 5 traversal stutter and outdoor performance that can't hold the 60 FPS target.
Wow.
Steam Deck users
we're still struggling on 60
and still drop under 30 FPS in open levels. So that's what you're getting.
By the way,
I heard it described as when
I want everybody to know this right now. Most of your PCs out there, unless you're really hurting for like a PC upgrade, most of your PCs can handle every single one of these brand new games. It's the developers. Now we can have a conversation on Unreal Engine with with Sweeney, but let's be honest. These people don't know how to code, they don't know how to optimize, and every time when they need to optimize the game, they do it after the game. Everybody likes to do a thing where people have normalized the idea of getting a patch, thinking that everything is hunky-dory. No, nigga, things aren't hunky-dory, okay? Let me give you an example. Starfield. Starfield was a buggy fucking shit-ridden like piece of shit. It was just shit. It was trash. It was buggy as fuck. People left. And then you know what the developers said? They were just like, we got a patch on the way. No, it's too late. Damage is done. People have a very low tolerance for this shit.
it's Halo, it's okay, but this really is the what if Halo ran through Unreal Engine 5, the experience kind of game.
Give Halo to ID Software at this point? Nah, they hired Deborah Wilson. Fuck them.
And I think that's pretty accurate. This is just another thin product from Xbox with broken edges.
I don't like this look of this. I don't like this look. I don't like it. It's too unreal.
Designed almost entirely as Game Pass fodder. This game is not meant to be bought. It is just meant to be content. Now, let's talk about Operation Meteorite, which is the new bonus content and truly the only motivation for playing this game at all. The Master Chief Collection already has everything on it, including the original designs for these games. The only possible reason to play Campaign Evolved is because you're a Halo fan, perhaps, and you want to experience these prequel missions that take place a year before the classic campaign. What you get is about 90 minutes of Purple Covenant ship hangars and kill rooms that look the same. Encounters feel slapped together with no real progression going from one to the next. All enemy types are seemingly here, which kind of ruins the enemy progression of the actual campaign. You know, discovering different enemies as you go along. Weapons will show up for no reason, and from a storytelling position, it makes no sense to be finding all of these UN.
They slapped on the most AI-generated fucking mission and made you pay for it. That's what they did. They gave you an arena shooter for co-op, and you bought it. Yeah, these
weapons ready for you to pick up this deep in an enemy ship. Weapon placement in the original game is like earning tools through level logic. Like, those weapons are very specifically there as part of the story, but also because you need them. Here in this prologue, they're just there.
Like, the best moments would be like, bro, you out of nowhere, you find the Spartan hammer off to the side, and you're like, oh shit, this was here the whole time? Something like that.
They're all there. Every weapon is just there. Which means here we find bad level design. Compound this with enemies that slide on the ground when you hit them with rockets.
Going somewhere. He's dead. Oh, wait, no, he glitched it. Wait, did he just slid across the ground.
Okay, so you got Michael Jackson rockets. So what's the big deal?
He ate it.
Rockets. The only thing they're missing is a T-pose, and you're left with, then, the story. Well, is the story worth $50 or $70 to play? Funny enough, Halo Studios doesn't actually care that you play these bonus missions. Instead of opening the game with Operation Meteorite, these bonus missions are on a side menu, separate from the main campaign, meaning you have to choose to play their new canonical prologue, despite, again, these missions being the only real reason to purchase this game. The Covenant, in the context of this new prologue, fares worse than the gunfights, however. The plot turns them into operators of a human hunting preserve. This is cartoon cruelty. It's like a Saturday morning cartoon show now. Original Covenant violence came from religious dogma and imperial order. Humanity threatened their manufactured faith. That's scary because it's alien and it's also coherent. A hunting preserve as the new prologue to Combat Evolved is reductionist. It makes them smaller. It makes them sillier almost in a kind of sick way. Oh,
why are they just standing like this? This is look cartoony as fuck. And yeah, you reduce the complexity of the aliens by saying like, I made myself a secret organization of aliens that hunt down humans, and I'm like, you guys already kill humans. Okay, all right.
and we also get a Backstreet Boys introduction to the Halo Studios Covenant 2,
No,
where
you
all
don't.
the bad guys stand in a line while a prophet introduces client races like it's a toy commercial.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Okay. So the millennial writing is back. Okay. Okay. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I saw it, but I was like, oh, well, okay, this is stupid. And then they added to it.
Combat Evolved taught you elite leadership by making the grunts and jackals react when the elite died. You learned who everyone was by fighting. Meteorite explains the Covenant with millennial MCU-style villain dialogue.
Yep.
And very, very stiff staging. This is a great case of telling and not showing. Another classic storytelling failure by modern-day game.
You know what video games were really good at telling? I mean, really good at showing, but not telling? Metal Gear. Metal Gear, when the bosses showed up, you were like, who the fuck is this guy? And it's like some old dude, and his eye bulges out, and he's like a lethal sniper. And he's really old, and you're over here trying to figure out, how do I get to this old man and kill him in short range? Only to find out that later on, after you've already beaten the game, you could just wait for him to just die. And then after you kill the boss in Metal Gear, they tell you who this is. They're just like, yes, this guy is from an elite group of certain individuals. And I'm like, oh, okay. They don't tell you right off the bat, like, bro, so you're going to fight, these 4 hot bitches that are in mechs. And this one is Wrath. This one's Sad. This one's like a different emotion, and this one will climb on top of you on the bed. And I'm like, they're not telling you that. You find it out on your own. So when you end up finally getting there, you're just like, what could possibly happen? And it's such an awesome moment. And I'm over here watching, like, you can finally, like, one of the ladies finally gets out of the Metal Gear. If you like destroy it, she gets out of the Metal Gear. She's still a hostile, And I'm over here thinking to myself, well, I don't want to get shot or hit. I'm just going to kill her. And then she just ends up dying. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, wait a minute. What would happen if I tried to, could I save her? Could I don't know, do something funny? And then lo and behold, somebody else plays the game and they're just like, bro, my favorite part is beating this one lady and getting her out of the mech suit. And then she just, you know, we rustle and tussle. And I'm like, what? I need to play that game again. All I was thinking about was killing my enemy. This nigga over here, like, playing 4D chess. Like, you don't find it out unless you play the game a second time, or somebody you find out later on in a video and you're like, wait, you could do that?
Designers and also storytellers.
And this is not even a boss. We could talk about Quiet. Quiet, everybody knows who's Quiet is, okay? And Quiet is a companion that you have. And while she's off in the distance sniping for you, you could zoom in on her. And like every time when you zoom in on Quiet, she'll do different emotes. Especially when you're like looking at her butt and shit. Like she'll just be like, she'll like turn and be like that. I think there's a one for like if you're looking at her inappropriately, she does this, but I could be wrong. All I remember was the thumbs up one. But there are a lot of there's a lot of small things that Hideo Kojima did for Metal Gear that I really liked, where I was just like, it's another one of those games where it shows you but doesn't tell you until you get on YouTube and you watch a 49-minute video on one boss. Just one.
General. The brutes get a new chest implant that controls their rage, a new plot device which undercuts Halo 2 and 3, where brutes are controlled by dogma and pride, blindly loyal to the prophets. But that's okay, because as you run around, Chief and Johnson fill any silence with Marvel buddy cop banter. Johnson being funny is fine, like that's okay. Johnson has always had personality.
Please tell me Master Chief is not doing jokes. Master Chief doesn't do jokes.
But constant banter with no tension underneath is a problem, because it quickly becomes boring. In Combat Evolved, his humor cuts through the fear, and there is plenty of fear in that game. In Meteorite, there is no fear. There is nothing to be afraid of, so the quips just eat away any possible tone of danger. The more that Master Chief speaks, the less mythic he is. He's supposed to be a stoic badass, but the more he talks, the less true that is. Military sci-fi has been turned into modern audience slop.
Expanse, Exodus. Wait, what? You think he looks like Steve Harvey? I could see it.
Meteorite is not bad because it's new. It is bad because it proves that this team at Halo Studios is incapable of making anything compelling or interesting for Halo on their own. This is the first major content release from Halo Studios after switching names from 343 Studios and changing teams around. If the best they can muster is a cheap, also-ran Saturday morning cartoon of Master Chief, what possible future does this franchise hold under their stewardship? I'm telling you, it doesn't look good. And then there's Lieutenant Williams, who, unfortunately, we need to talk about. Williams is a prisoner on a Covenant ship, hunted for sport.
I saw this. I was like, bro, I saw this character and I was just like, we're still here. We're still doing this. This is AAA industry. What am I talking about? Of course they would still do this.
Chief and Johnson pull her and her Marines out of that meat grinder, and she is immediately snide about not liking Spartans on the spot. If you never read the books, you have no idea why she's biting the hand that just rescued her. If you did read the books, you still watch a life or death rescue get answered with terrible attitude. And I say that because in the books,
Spartans are like the Astartes. So when you start to do this whole like, oh, they don't mean much, you know, it starts to dilute the person who is Master Chief, and especially the Spartans. So it's yeah, this is somebody's quick fetish of the Spartans. And the fetish is literally put an ugly chick in here that kind of looks like me, and she keeps on telling off literally the person that everybody likes. And I'm over here thinking to myself, shit, they did that to my game.
ODST doesn't necessarily like the Spartans. But all of this means, with her terrible attitude, that she's less of a tough badass like the writers want you to believe she is.
Exactly.
And instead is just the writer's mouthpiece the writers want her to be.
That's what I just said. This is somebody else's fucking project saying, ooh, this is my special lady. You're gonna get the same thing with Gears of War with that lady that looks like fucking fucking from Bangalore. Is it Bangalore? Is her name the black lady from God, not Titanfall, but damn it. I don't want to look it up. I'm gonna look it up. It is definitely Bangalore. No, that's no. It's not Bangalore. Yeah, it is Bangalore. Yeah, it's from Apex Legends. Yeah, Bangalore. Yeah, she looks like fucking Bangalore in the Gears of War game. So I was right the whole time? Fuck, I should have believed in myself.
She is specifically there to resent Master Chief, to diminish him, and lecture the silent green giant you bought the game to play. And
it's kind of like the same thing with the female custodes, or yeah, the female custodes being within 40K, because they didn't want to put a female custodes or an Astartes in Warhammer 40K. They didn't want to do that. They needed somebody who is of higher rank and of higher power. And the whole thing is basically just, I want to make Shud's life completely miserable by planting my own political ideology within their said game. Because before anybody starts thinking like, well, this is kind of stupid, you're not going to get any money. You're doing stupid stuff for lack of, you know, you're not going to get paid for doing something just because you hate people. When in actuality, that's exactly what they want to do. They want to subvert your shit just to fuck over you and then laugh. Like the whole thing with Odyssey, how the Odyssey is making money, not because the story's any good, but because it's Christopher Nolan. And after the whole thing sold, spectacularly sold, it got a lot of money back. A lot of people were saying like, see the woke crowd, and I'm over here just like, it's Christopher fucking Nolan. We're not talking about Zach Krieger with Resident Evil here.
And also consider that this is meant to be the new canon opening to Halo Combat Evolved. Like, this is the prologue now. And let's really think about that for a moment. You're Halo Studios. It's your job to remake Halo 1 in order to reignite the Halo franchise. You need to get old fans back, but you also need to get the youth of today to enter into this franchise.
Sure.
Okay, well, you can add all the sprinting and UE5 and gun updates you want. Fine, we can debate that. That's a separate thing. But you also decide to add new prologue content that serves as a new introduction to Halo, really as a franchise. And the first thing you do is inject an extremely unlikable female character whose only goal is to insult and undermine the player character. What were you trying to say, Halo Studios?
Yeah.
Actually,
what did I fucking say? I said they are willing to lose their job just to fuck with you. It is the same exact thing. You're over here thinking like, oh shit, they're doing this. They're trying to get the money. They're trying to get the money. And so when the layoffs hit, they look at us like, why do you guys laugh at layoffs? And I'm like, oh, that's easy because you were laughing at me when you were hired. Duh.
Don't bother. We read you loud and clear. Let's zoom out a bit here, right? Xbox is overspending on games.
This one in Fable.
Tom Henderson reported Gears of War E-Day is sitting around $400 million.
400 millions for wait. So let me get this straight. 400 million for E-Day, Gears of War. Halo. Let's check out
Production budget. Jez Corden and some others dispute that as the true cost of the game itself.
What about Fable and Halo? Good lord, bro. You're still overspending.
Arguing coalition spend gets spread across tools and other Xbox work. Okay, fine. But let's take the original report.
Hypnotic said Asha needs to ring their Halo ass in. They need to ring their Halo ass in. They need to ring that DEI bullshit, take it out immediately. And also, you need to vet your 100 devs per studio. I said it. 100 devs per studio. How many developers are making Halo? Probably thousands. 100.
Face value.
I'll be nice. I'll say 300.
For a moment that Xbox is spending ungodly amounts of money on these franchises, not just Gears. We can do that because it's being reported now that the upcoming Fable game that is nearing a 10-year development cycle is getting to dangerous places of over budget. But here we find Halo Campaign Evolved, which again is meant to restart the franchise, and it shipped a buggy, broken.
This is corny as shit, by the way.
Disaster. This game was not cheap to make. And if this game was not cheap, and it's garbage, what does that say about the rest of what Xbox is doing? On February 20th, 2026, Microsoft named Asha Sharma CEO of Microsoft Gaming. Phil Spencer retired, Sarah Bond exited, Matt Booty becomes Chief Content Officer. You know all of this? There is new leadership at Xbox, yes. June 2026 sees Sharma's management team dividing studios and laying off thousands of people with more on the way. July 2020.
I want to make this clear, by the way. Do not blame Asha Sharma for what happened with Halo. Do not blame Asha Sharma for what happened to Fable. And do not blame Asha Sharma for what's the third game? All the layoffs that happened with Bethesda, Obsidian, all that sort of stuff. Asha Sharma came in, the house was already burning. You know what I'm saying? The house was already being burned down. Okay? So don't come up to Asha Sharma saying like, oh, this is all her fault. No. You guys were having free reign for way too long. You guys were having that free reign for way too long.
26 brings Campaign Evolved, which, mind you, was tease announced in 2024, which means it could have gone into production anywhere or any time before that. This game released 2 years from the tease with no multiplayer, tons of bugs, and incoherent bonus content. Sharma should carpet bomb the employment status.
That's what I'm saying.
Of Halo Studios after this. This is not the win you needed after laying off 1,600 people and promising more layoffs to come. Ship this as your Halo relaunch, and the future of those other overfunded projects looks bleak. Halo was a test of whether Xbox can still make a flagship feel like a flagship. You get expensive presentation, empty extras, design cuts that betray the original, and a studio so unsure of Meteorite that it hid the missions in a sub-menu, man. What are we doing here?
Yep.
Halo Studios wears a new name and ships the same instincts that eroded the brand after Bungie left.
They changed the name of the studio to let go of backlash from the previous studio, but you're the same studio with the same people. That's why 343 wasn't doing too well with the whole Halo Infinite. It made 343 look bad. So then, if you change the name of 343 to Halo Studios, well, then you pretty much... It's a scummy but slightly effective way of removing accountability, where they're just like, oh, that was 343. This is actually Halo Studios, actually. So it's not the same. It's not the same.
If Xbox is willing to ship mediocrity this poor with Halo,
what's up, Tekla?
What are they willing to stomach for something like Gears of War? How terrible will the new Fable game be? Playing Campaign Evolved is like a red neon sign in the shape of a Master Chief helmet. Asha Sharma and Xbox need to clean house even more than they already are. Another rebrand will not fix this. Another memo and moving faster will not fix this. Fire the people who signed off on this game. Fire the writers who inserted Lieutenant Williams to dunk on Master Chief. Fire the decision makers who looked at a thin, buggy remake and decided to tell us and market to us that this was a new era. This company fails at the work that used to define it. When you're not competing on craft, you really don't care and believe.
So you mean to tell me you got this buggy, broken, game-breaking bugs, all this shit, but they had enough energy to add an ugly bitch to subvert the player. Okay. You see what I mean? Wasting time and money.
Believe me, they really don't care anymore.
They don't.
Do not buy Campaign Evolved, either as a reboot or as a nostalgia tax, as people say on the Twitters. Do not support this company. Halo Studios needs to go the way of the dodo bird because it's run by dodo birds. Until next time, create, innovate, inspire, and cancel your Disney Plus subscriptions. Man, this game is crap, but it does make you want to go play Reach again. Or ODST. Or Halo 2. Or, you know, I gotta go. We're gonna go play more Halo. All right, bye-bye.
All right. Guys, I am going to actually end it here for today. I will give you another hard rant tomorrow because we got some stuff to talk about. Then we got Dragon Age and we got stuff to talk about related to drama. I have to head to bed because I got to wake up in the morning. It's almost 3 a.m. And yeah, my eyes are closing. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the hay. Thank you so much for dropping by. I do appreciate it. Much love to each and every one of you. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, I'll have another hard rant stream for tomorrow, but I do appreciate the love and support. I'm surprised that there are so many people here right now. That's crazy. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Y'all take care. Have a good one. Peace. Have a good one.